Good morning, Triton. It's Thursday and this is VTV.
Wow, Thursday already? With so many snow days these last couple of weeks, I'm having a hard time keeping track of what day it is.
I think we all are. And next week is February vacation. Are you going anywhere warm?
No, unfortunately.
Well, the Triton Travel Club is planning some great trips coming up. Here's Mrs. LeBlanc to tell us more.
I've been around the world and never in my wildest dreams would I come running home to you. I've told a million lies, but
Travel Club started in 2011, and so I guess that's about 4 years. It was started by students who wanted to travel with more of like a holistic approach to travel, so they wanted to learn about a lot of different types of traveling. So that's why the students started it. In 2016, we're going to England, Ireland, and Wales.
I'm most excited about exploring new culture. I'm really excited to see all the castles and all the new sights.
Right now we have 9 enrolled. We start as early as possible so that students can help offset the cost as much as possible with fundraising and to break payments up over time.
me that I'm wrong. I've walked that road before and left you on your own.
The trip is about $3,200 and there will definitely be fundraising. In fact, we just started our first fundraiser.
Please forgive me.
We expect that more students will enroll as the trip gets closer.
So
The girls' varsity basketball team is having a great season, and they recently qualified for the state tournament for the first time in 4 years.
Emily Riley sat down with a couple of the players as well as Coach Boyle to find out the secret to their success.
In your opinion, how has the season been going so far?
So far, our season's been good. Last night we hit 500, and we've been improving, and it's been a lot better than last season.
What's been the most exciting game for you guys so far, and why?
So far, the most exciting game was our tournament game against Ipswich. It was, I forget, what was the final score? We won by 1 point off of a buzzer beater made by Tessa of France, and we all just really enjoyed celebrating afterwards.
How do the players handle a tough loss?
We really just try to be there for each other and encourage each other to just do better next time. We look at the positives and then try to figure out what we can do to improve on the negatives.
And what do you think your team still has to improve overall with this season?
I think we still have to improve on keeping the lead. On Monday, we led Georgetown by 16, and then we let them come back to 5 away for the final score.
So how many girls are on the team, and what grades are they in?
Right now we have 11 players on the varsity. There are 4 seniors, 4 juniors, and 3 sophomores.
How do you think the season's been going so far?
I've been really happy with where we've come from to where we're at right now. The girls have learned an enormous amount and have come so far in what they've done and what they're able to do. It's really been a great season, and I'm happy for what we've done and excited for what's coming next.
I know most teams develop an identity or personality over the course of the season. How would you define your identity?
It's funny that you asked that, because I was just talking to someone about this yesterday. I think that those people who have watched a lot of basketball in the past will appreciate this, that we're kind of like the 90s Knicks. Our defense is good enough to keep us in any games, but our offense is good enough to keep us in any game too. We're a defensive specialist team. That's where we make our money. Our goal is to keep teams in the 30s as best we can, and I really think we've been successful at that in the games that we've won. And the games that we've been in, we've kept teams in the mid upper 30s, low 40s, and we've been very competitive in those games. So I really think that our focus is on defense, and that's that's what our identity is all about, is making other teams work to score.
What are some of the things you work on during practices?
We work on a lot of different things during practices. Primarily, we work on a lot of fundamentals. I'm a big believer in the fact that if you know the fundamentals and understand how to use them, then when you get into a game, you just rely on your old habits and you go back to your fundamentals and what you've always done. So for us, a good portion of our practice is fundamentals. And then, but we do get game specific and set things up for game situations, whether it's working on our defense or our offense, getting ready for a particular opponent, whatever that might be.
And what are some of the strengths of your team's offense or defense?
Certainly on offense, I think our ability to move without the ball, to get good shots for ourselves by running the offense, and then by creating different things, by doing a little freelance and creating some different things off of that, I think is really where we're working on our offense right now. Defensively, it's just being athletic and jumping into passing lanes and staying in front of the other team's offensive players. I think we've done a great job with that this year, and it's been a big reason for our success.
People are always curious about what coaches talk about during timeouts. Is there anything you want to share?
We've had a lot of timeouts this year where we've talked a lot about it, different things. Mostly during timeouts, I'm trying to calm them down. One way or the other, either the other team's called the timeout and, because we've gone on a great run, and so it's, okay, relax, yes, you've done well, but they've called the timeout and they're going to do something differently. Or we haven't been playing all that well, I've called the timeout to get them to relax and just focus on the positive things that are going on and what they're doing that are well. But we've played a lot of close games this year, and a lot of our timeouts down the stretch have been, okay, it's been game plan, I need you to go out and run this play, let's see how it works. And for the most part, they've been very successful. They've done a great job of paying attention during timeouts and going out and executing what we need to do.
In our next segment, you're going to take us through some of the drills you work on regularly in practices with the girls. Can you explain them and tell me what you hope the players will get out of it?
Sure. We start practice every day with the same warm-up drill that we call Dartmouth shooting, because when I was coaching at Dartmouth College, these are the warm-up drills that we did every day, and it was a really nice way to just warm up their shots, warm up their muscles to get them ready for practice, and then we work from there. The first drill that you're gonna see is what's called the Mikan drill, where the girls are just working on shooting inside, going off 1 foot as they go up to score, and it's a rhythm drill. So they'll take a righty layup on one side, get the rebound, and take a lefty layup on the other side, making sure to go off the correct foot 1 foot at a time. So with their right hand, they're going off their left foot. With their left hand, they're going off their right foot. This one is what we call the reverse Mikan drill. So in the first drill you saw them, they were facing the basket. This time their back is to the baseline, they're under the basket, and they're doing the same sort of thing. So they're going up with their right hand on one side off their left foot, they're going up with their left hand on the other side off their right foot, but now they're not facing the basket anymore. So it's a little bit of a next step, and to get them used to being in awkward positions as they're taking their shots. Now we're going to step away from the basket a little bit and do some back to the basket post moves. This is really good work for our post players, but it's good work for all of them because they may be down low trying to get some shots off in game situations, and this will help them get used to different kinds of moves that they can make down there as they go to score. Now they're taking layups from the elbow, which is where the foul line and the lane line meet in what is called the key or the painted area. All they're doing is they've got their back to the basket, they're making a drop step move with their outside foot, and they're going in strong, hopefully in only one dribble to get to the basket. Again, the idea, limit your dribbles, take big strides, go in strong to the basket and score is hopefully what we're getting out of this. This next one is that, again, building on the last drill they just did, rather than taking a layup, now they're just taking a jump shot. So they're reverse pivoting with their outside foot. They end up facing the basket and just making a little jump shot from the elbow. Again, we've moved further away from the basket now. We're not taking layups anymore. Their body should be a little bit warmer, a little bit looser, and in a better position to shoot it. And this last segment is really kind of the fun part of the drill. They get to be creative and think about shots that they're going to be taking in our next game, whatever it might be. So I'm constantly reminding them, shots you're going to get in our offense as we play Malden, so that they're focusing on our next opponent. They're thinking about shots in the offense. They're thinking about the offense that we run. And they get to be a little bit creative and have a little bit of fun at the same time.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
This week is Kindness Week, a time to bring awareness to the issue of bullying and other forms of harassment.
It's intended to help us better understand and to support the fact that everyone is different and that nobody should be made fun of or ostracized because of who they truly are.
To show support, students are wearing their shirts backwards today to show that words hurt and you can't take them back.
To go along with that theme, Zoe Cisati created this next PSA. No one should have to hide who they really are or what they really feel because they are afraid of what others will think.
That's the meaning behind the next poem, filmed and edited by Hannah Riley.
I was once sad and lonely, having nobody to comfort me, so I wore a mask that always smiled to hide my feelings behind a lie. Before long, I had many friends. With my mask, I was one of them. But deep inside, I still felt empty. Like I was missing a part of me. Nobody could hear my cries at night, for I designed my mask to hide the lies. Nobody could see the pain I was feeling, for I designed my mask to be laughing. Behind all the smiles were the tears, and behind all the comfort were the fears. Everything you think you see wasn't everything there was to me. There was something missing. Until now, I'm still searching for that one thing that'll stop my crying. But till then, I'll keep on smiling, hiding behind this mask I'm wearing, hoping one day I can smile. Hoping one day I can take this mask off and actually smile.
Well, that's all we have for you today.
From all of us here at VTV, have a happy and safe vacation.